Hi, folks. I'm meteorologist Tom Kavicka, and Nick Miculus. He's had enough punishment for one day, I think, out of this. Of course, I thank him for the wonderful job that he did, and I'll just try to do half as good as he did. All right, let's get you started. We continue to see. Looks like a little extraneous noise we're going to have. I got my phone here for some additional details and information for you that you may need for today. We're looking at local radar. Of course, we see a lot of warnings, this over in the Baton Rouge area for tornadoes in that particular area. And that's the same system that just blew through literally CenLa here just a bit ago. Let me come a little bit closer into this and show you, as I look at radar, one of the things that I can see and you can see as well is an arc right here extending from Grant Parish all the way down into south of Lafayette right there. That is a bow echo. It's almost on the verge of being what we call a derecho, which is a convectively driven windstorm. This is not as severe as that, at least up in this part of it. Now, to the south, where you can see it really punching through here, let me show you this kind of pattern. You get this, and then I'll stop it, and you can see this backwards C kind of formation right there. That is really where the strongest wind is, and literally the wind just comes out of the thunderstorm, the downdraft, and it hits the surface and it spreads out laterally and diverges as it does. That's why you get this C-type pattern that we're seeing here. And again, as Nick said, this was moving about 90 miles per hour, which many times is a pretty good estimate as to how strong the wind is in these kind of things. Not that bad a wind here at my house, just east of Alexandria right in here. But again, the worst of it now is moved out of central Louisiana, and this configuration is really just about out of the area, I think. It's weaker in Grant Parish. It hasn't spawned any additional warnings there. Rapides Parish has a couple of advisories. I'll go through these advisories here in just a bit. So let me go ahead and start over in Vernon Parish, and we'll see what this one is. Let's see. This is a I hit the wrong button. Okay. Just I'm trying to find the query button with this alert. Okay, so let's see. In Vernon Parish, we've got flash flood warning. That is until, let's see, 11:30. So that's a little while from now. This is indicating that anywhere from 4 to 11 inches of rain has fallen in this warned area, and that extends into portions of Beauregard Parish and Western Allen Parish as well. So that's this polygon right in here. And I actually don't think I got pixel query ID on that on this map. But anyway, this is the area that we're looking at right here. It includes portions of southeast and east central Texas there, down into Beauregard Parish, a little part of Western Allen Parish, and most of Vernon Parish. And this is where we've had about 4 to 11 inches of rainfall in that particular area. And there's still some rain falling, but as you can see, the heavy rain is off to the east now, and that is a good thing for those folks who are waterlogged over in that portion of the area. Over in East Texas, Kirbyville, Jasper, some of those locations have had even more rain. I think we're talking about rainfall total is in the teens, in the low teens there in that particular area. We're also seeing a flash flood warning for portions of Rapides. See, we've got and this warning we've got for about 2 more hours. This one expires at let's see, 10:30 also. So that's this warning, which includes part of Rapides Parish. This is the southeast part right here. This is this polygon, southeast Rapides Parish, basically just around the Cheneyville area right there. And I can zoom in a little bit more and I show you that, yeah, there's Cheneyville. Hello to you folks there, and hello to everyone out there this morning. Thanks for being with Nick. He worked like a dog in this thing, and you know, and it's a good thing that he was able to do that, because sometimes the younger guys can do pretty well, right? All right, so a little bit the Cheneyville corner of Rapides Parish, heading south into much of Evangeline Parish, including Turkey Creek, Pine Prairie, Mamou, Ville Platte, Chautauqua, all these locations that we know and love. Going farther to the south, even into Eunice, included in that, and a part of western St. Landry there around the area east of Washington and east of Opelousas. And that includes Whiteville, going down in toward near Beggs, Garland, Beretta, Faubourg in there. Prairie Ronde is there, as well as Lawtell. So you kind of get the idea what's going on with that particular warning. And let's see, who else is in a warning? We have this one up to the north of us. This includes the Gina and LaSalle Parish area, and I can get that for you here. This one's got a little over an hour to go. This includes part of Caldwell Parish. As you can see, that kind of extends up into there, and then southward into LaSalle Parish. This is Eastern Grant as well. This pretty much includes all of LaSalle Parish, as far as I can see, portions of Southern and Eastern Grant there. And this, of course, is valid until 9:45. Heavy rainfall there, between 3 and 6 inches at least, and additional rainfall will occur as this area, let me put this in motion again, as this guy swings up into that area. The wind will increase, and then the rain will fall heavily there. But with the fast movement, the heavy rain doesn't last long. That's about the only good thing about these type of situations. All right, let's come into look at a few little areas that are included. Alla, you're in this flash flood warning. Georgetown, we'll put you in there. Camp Hartner, Antonia, Pollock, Bob community, all the folks watching there. Camp Hartner, Breezy Hill, Linscomb, Mudville, Gaineyville, Somerville, Gina. In fact, if you're in LaSalle Parish, you're in this. Nebo, of course, we've got Whitehall, also Catahoula Lake. And let's see, I think that's about it as far as who's included in that flash flood warning. A little over an hour to go on that one. And then let me see, there's another one that we've got, I think, areas to the east of us right now. This is about 30 more minutes. This includes, let me zoom back out a little bit here. Here's the polygon, which is associated with that. And this includes, let's see, Wisner. It includes the northern part of Catahoula Parish up above Jonesville. Harrisonburg would be in that. It looks like Sicily Island is in that. And then the points north of Harrisonburg up toward Duty, Aimwell, Manifest, Sherwood. Jonesville, if you're south of that polygon, so you're not in that warned area, but you've had a lot of rain there. And then heading eastward, we're seeing, again, that extends on up toward Wisner, Gilbert, and Winsboro eventually. Let's see, did I miss anything? Let's see, we got another little polygon over to the east of us there. Let's see what's going on in that one. That includes let's see, I think basically that's part of northeast Louisiana. Waterproof is there just outside of Clayton on up toward Newellton and then across the river into Mississippi. So those are the warnings that are remaining here in CenLa, just flash flood warnings for you. And let me see if I can go to the analysis bar here and see if we can get some rainfall accumulations going here. Okay. Oh, let's see. I've got some rainfall totals for you. Yeah, I can kind of go through an area here and see that we got over in portions of southeast Texas over 10 inches south of Jasper. We've had, looks like 2 to 5 at least in portions of Rapides Parish. In Avoyelles Parish, about 1 to 3 indicated, but more. And that's just today. That doesn't include yesterday. Heavier rains to the south with over 3 inches at Eunice right now. Leesville coming up on 5 inches here so far for today. And you're going up into Winfield, about 1 2/10 inches there. And we have big rains up north of Harrisonburg. So the rain highly variable over toward Toledo Bend, mid-Toledo Bend out west of Manny, about 1/2 inch. And then along Toledo Bend down about 8/10 of an inch there as far as the rainfall totals are concerned. So a big range. That's why some of those, they were in the flood warnings yesterday evening, last night, if you were. So that system slowly worked eastward, and the flood warnings are here now, as you see. Marked in the colors that we have them here. And opening up, there's that worst weather right there, centered just to the north of the Baton Rouge metro area. And let's see, I think we've got some, yeah, maybe we got some storm reports. I think Nick went through these, but there could have been some more that have been added for this. Looks like we've got near Colfax, flash flooding, high water covering Ash and Lake Streets in Colfax. Going over toward 6 miles west-southwest of Pollock, we've got flash flooding, high water covering Stewart Lake Road and Highway 167 south of Bentley. So, and yeah, in these warned areas, it's not wise to travel. I do not advise traveling. Now, since it's nighttime, it's not as unsafe traveling in these kind of conditions during the day as it is at night. But the fact is, the brutal fact is that most flash flood fatalities occur when folks are in their vehicles driving, where and when they shouldn't. So stay home for today if you possibly can. So that don't see any reports in Wynn Parish. So we got from Gina there. See what we've got there. Flash flooding in Gina. Looks like there's a foot of water over the Austin Road Bridge near the ball fields in Gina. All right, so Austin Road Bridge in Gina, the ball fields near in Gina. There's a foot of water on that road. All right, going over to the west, doesn't look like we got anything from Natchitoches Parish. We got something here 7 miles west-northwest of Rogaline. That, of course, yeah, that is in Natchitoches Parish, but barely. And that is trees have been blown down across the 500 block of Highway 120 in Marthaville. Numerous other trees are down across multiple other locations across central and northern Natchitoches Parish. So, and again, some of that can go back to yesterday. In fact, that does go back to yesterday at 5:25. So this has been a multifaceted, multi-day series of events here, and we're glad to see the worst of it getting out of here. Going over towards Sabine, yeah, we've got something going on. Trees, multiple trees and power lines down at Kites Marina. That, of course, came in from yesterday evening. That was about 13 miles southwest of Florine. And then coming in toward the south, we've got Vernon Parish. Let's see what's happening near Anacoco, where we have reports of water over multiple streets in Leesville and the Anacoco area. This, of course, is in Vernon Parish, and the flash flood warning has continued for that area. Let's go into the South Vernon, where we have an area 5 miles west-northwest of Rose Pine, where we have a road closed. Hawks Road is closed because of flooding in that area. And then southwest Vernon Parish reported large trees down on Highway 464. That is northeast of Maryville there, and that is in Vernon Parish, extreme southwest part of Vernon Parish. And then coming down into Beauregard, don't see anything in Beauregard there as far as reports. Let's head over toward the east, and let's see, we've got something happening there in the Ville Platte area and northeast of Washington in the St. Landry Parish. We've got tree limbs that are down and power poles that are broken, split by the wind. That occurred just a bit ago, less than an hour ago. So that is a new report coming in. Looks like as we go closer to Crankton and St. Landry, damage and heavy debris at Diamond Lane, Barab and Watrous Road, possible tornado at that time. There was a tornado warning there, and it looks like, you know, sometimes when you issue tornado warnings, you're confident that something's going to happen. Other times you say, well, it's safe just to put it out. This was one of those that we're confident that this is something going on here. So there may, in fact, have been a tornado in that location. The National Weather Service will send survey teams out and try to sort all this out and see where the thunderstorm wind was and where the tornado damage was. Let's go a little bit farther. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting into Lafayette now with that. So over down toward Lake Charles, looks like there is a tornado report and a thunderstorm wind damage report. Trees are snapped in Lake Charles area, and so likewise further to the south and Grand Lake, we have trees have been snapped over in that location. So that kind of gives you an idea of what's happening here in central Louisiana and beyond a little bit in a few cases. So we put this in motion again, and all we see are flash flood warnings. We've kind of been through that, heavy rain. So once this band, this pretend derecho, we'll call it a little windstorm, if you will, and heading into LaSalle Parish now, crossing the Grant Parish border. You can see it's more diffuse there, but much better defined as we head into southeast Louisiana. And one of the things is we've got the juice there. We've got the fuel for the updraft, to fuel the updraft of the storm. Remember, the updraft is what pushes the storm up. If you've seen thunderstorms from a distance, you see that the towering clouds. That's the updraft, which is pushing that up into the atmosphere. Sometimes in these situations like we have today, 45,000 feet, 50,000 feet, something like that. Many times, and when it's a little warmer and more unstable, you get the 60,000 foot tops. But it's the updraft, which is the lifeblood to the storm. It supplies the energy to create the rain and the wind and the lightning, the hail, the tornado, if there's a tornado. So you get an idea of how important the updraft is. That energy that fuels the updraft is a lot better down in this part of the world, and you can kind of see the difference that makes with the type of weather that you have to deal with. It's bad here with severe warnings, including tornado warnings. Things are a little bit better up in this direction, where we're just going with some strong wind and some heavy rainfall coming back into areas that don't need any more rainfall for today. So I think that's going to be about it for me. I don't want to talk too long with you there and keep you from something that you might want to be doing, but I did want to kind of finish up and clean this up from Nick with his marathon session that he had. You were in great hands, and I'm just happy I can come in and kind of clean it up. And I'll be watching this for him the rest of the day. There may be a second wave later on today. Some of the models are indicating that, so this system may not be through with us just yet. Another little round of convection, I think, will come through sometime later today. It'll be this afternoon or this evening, I think. It'll be coming out of the west. And but that will not be the last thing that this weather system has to say or do with us here in CenLa. Thursday morning, on the backside, once all this energy passes to the east, strong surface low pressure forms. We'll get a pretty tight pressure difference between here and that location up to the northeast of us, and that would drive some strong winds. I'm looking right now, at times, a couple of days ago, I was seeing maybe gusts of 50 miles per hour. Looks like maybe some of the models have backed off on that, but I still look for some pretty good backlash of wind Thursday morning, not due to storms or anything like that. Just what we call a gradient wind, and that will be in the forecast for Thursday morning. Probably some gusts at least to 40 miles per hour there. So prepare for that as you head out on Thursday morning. But at least it won't be raining, and we won't have severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings to deal with. All right, good to be with you. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for being with Nick, and thank Nick for all he's done in this situation. So I'll take it from here, and I'll do a stream later on this afternoon, probably. I usually do it between 5 and 6 p.m. I might do it a little earlier today because Nick is probably all streamed out right now, so he probably won't do his typical mid-morning one. So we'll give Nick a break. We'll put him to bed, and he'll be ready tomorrow morning to do a stream for you, and I'll handle it the rest of the way. Thanks. Have a great day.